Hi everybody, this is Jamie. Welcome to our Wisdom Maths teacher interview. And I have been practicing yoga for over 10 years, and it's the teachers that make all the difference. And one of my favorite all-time teachers is Zoe Nitsun. And I love your energy that you bring, and I love your heart and your spirit that you bring to class. It keeps me inspired and coming back. And I was just wondering, like, what is your teaching philosophy, and how do you, approach your classes? Because you give so much to everybody in the class.
I think the reason why I started teaching yoga is because I wanted to be a better parent, because I wanted to be a more present individual. I spent so many years running physically, mentally, that finding some space and some stillness before it was good for me, I already knew it would be good for me. Now, having taught a while, I realize yoga is not so much about self-transformation as it is about self-acceptance. It's a line that Donna Farhi wrote, and I really feel like that's my role in being a teacher, just guiding people through the poses, letting them know where they are is where they're supposed to be, and then it's not so much about changing your whole physical body as it is accepting who you were, who you are, and making the space for who you can become.
Which is so beautiful. And where do you get some of your great little quotes and stories? And because you always have really great stuff to share that keeps us grounded and inspired.
I'm a quotophobic. No, a quote collector. I don't know what, even for my high school graduation, I got Bartlett's Book of Familiar Quotations. I've loved quotes all my life, so I started collecting them. So anytime I read one that I think is inspiring, Yoga Sutras are sort of the main guide to yoga that you can follow, that have sort of these pithy thoughts that I think sort of get translated into modern life. And they're not so different from quotes about life that you'll find on the internet. They're sort of these little blurbs of truth. So I'll find something that makes me think differently, or makes me wonder about something, or makes me figure something out, and I kind of take it and pass it along and hope someone else can gain a little something from it too.
Well, I always gain from it, I do, and I so appreciate you. And what would you say would be your one tip for, like, the yoga student who really wants to just, like, expand their practice and grow as much as they can? What would be your number one tip?
That there's no such thing as being good or bad at yoga. That the most important part is to accept where you are on the journey, meaning if you have the tightest hamstrings in the world, we don't care. Come into class. If you find poses that you hate, just stop and observe, don't judge. That a lot about the practice is feeling good and confident about yourself no matter where you are physically or emotionally. There's always a place, there's always a mat for you to rest your feet.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate you.
Oh, my pleasure. I appreciate you too.